Nah, but people could see the confidence I had for myself, and they just boosted me from then on. And it was like, that was the day I was like, dang, I'm going to keep coming here. And I guess that would be meaning I'm going to take this serious.
Went from Beamer Coops to Benz House. Don't want this to end, so part that one more time. Part that one more time. Part that shit like one more time. They part that one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third episode of the One More Time Music Podcast. I am your host, Playback Ben.
What's up, Ben?
What's going down?
Henry?
I'm Henry with a 3, your co-host.
I'm Gabriel Avrett.
I thought this was a Lil Pump.
I get that a lot.
We know you do, so we wanted to go ahead and throw it out there early. You know what I mean?
For sure. Lil Pump is probably the next thing. If they don't know my name, they call me Little Pump.
Yeah.
Fair enough. There's a lot worse things you could be called if they didn't know your name.
I take it as a compliment.
There you go. So, Gabriel Avrett, where are you from, my man?
I'm from Gwinnett County, Georgia. Raised, moved out to Gainesville.
For those of us who don't know where Gwinnett County is.
That's north of Atlanta.
There we go.
It's like north side.
It would be really weird if someone knew where Gwinnett County was if they weren't from Atlanta, I would say.
To me, no, because the Migos kind of stamped the north side.
Gwinnett County's kind of on the map now.
Yeah, it's on the map.
All right, maybe I'm hating on Gwinnett a little bit more than I should.
You're a hater.
I'm a DeKalb County guy, so you know what I mean?
Okay, for sure.
Good deal. So did you recognize the intro theme song by any chance?
Of course. Me and Henry with a 3 produced that song. Yeah, it was a dope song. It was a dope concept. Like, it was like around the time I think you thought of One More Time and like started to make it a thing.
Yeah.
And I thought the concept was so cool that I was like, why not join him and make something that, you know, is the brand. You know?
My idea was to do an EP with a bunch of different artists and release it under One More Time as the label.
You know what we should do? We should find a drop from that song. Like just one more time that stands out in that song.
Yeah, we could do that instead of the English
One
chick
more
here.
time.
Got Kimmy
One
doing
more
this one, but maybe we could replace her
Shout
with
out
you.
to her. We could use her for different moods, you know?
Right.
For sure.
Just
So,
fit.
so you and I actually have one big similarity. I'm not saying we don't have many similarities. We have many differences.
We're both white.
For sure. That is 100% true.
Facts.
But I think we're both mama's boys from
course.
what I know. What's your relationship with your mom like?
Oh, that's my best friend. Like, she knows everything, literally.
For better or for worse?
Yeah, facts. And it took me a while on some of the worst side of things.
Yeah.
But everything good, she of course knows. She knows everything bad. She's just my best friend. We grew up together.
Hell yeah. How did she contribute to your love of music?
She kind of put me on, like, you know, my mom was like a teenager when she had me. So like everything that was hot is what she was listening to, like, at that time. So Gwen Stefani was big. You know, she liked Smashing Pumpkins a lot. She liked Eminem a lot. She liked Outkast a lot. She liked everything that was, like, I would say, accepted in the pop culture, not exactly pop music, but just pop genres that were going crazy. And that's what kind of put me in the loop. So I wasn't just listening to like classical music growing up. I was listening to what was hot, you know?
And not just you were listening to it at a young age, you were listening to it at the age of like 3 and 4 years old.
Before I knew what was happening.
She told me a story that at the age of 4, you were rapping Outkast, like literally perfect
fluently,
lyrics, like
yeah.
not missing a word.
Words he didn't understand.
No clue what was
He
being
knew how
said.
to say them.
Look, fish and grits,
Yeah.
all the pimp shit, man.
Yeah. So how about your love for fashion? Was she at all a contributor there?
For sure. She definitely was, is the best of her ability. And you know, when before, like, I knew what brands were and I had just certain styles in mind, like, she definitely she wasn't like putting me in nothing I was saying no to. She would try it and I'd say no, and she'd, you know, let me do what I want, which is awesome.
Shout out, Mom. One time.
Yeah.
Shout out Sarah.
I love you, Mom.
Yeah. So she told me another story. At the age of 2, she didn't grow up very wealthy, right? She was a, working class woman, right? Single, mom for a lot of your early childhood. Right. At the age of 2, though, she told me she bought you a pair of J's. Do you remember this?
No.
Well, let me refresh your memory. She told me that she spent like probably more than she should have on her, latest paycheck, right?
Right.
getting you these J's. And of course, she kind of regretted it, but at the same time, you were just obsessed with shoes from then on.
Yeah. I don't remember the Jordans. I remember being in that age group, like just like in elementary school and being really picky. And I can remember having conversations with kids in class about shoes. And just like, I remember like this dude hit me up randomly on IG and was like, bro, you remember me from school? And I was like, nah, bro. He's like, bro, I had the blah, blah, blah. You had the Iversons and we was going to trade. And I was like, damn, I do remember you, right? I was like,
Yeah.
And so like, I don't remember like the exact Jordans. I couldn't remember what they looked like or anything. I don't even remember what number they were. And I'm not even big on Jordans nowadays. But
Sure. She told me you were very opinionated when it came to fashion.
I wanted what was cool. Like
you
like
left
the music.
no word unsaid.
I wanted what was
hot.
Right. I wasn't gonna wear what was it? It was like collars. I didn't like collars. I didn't like stripes. Even though I'm cool with stripes now, I hated stripes.
And you made it known. You were like,
Yeah.
fuck stripes.
I'm not wearing that. Like, no, there's no way you're gonna put me in that.
Yeah.
Like it was like a disgrace.
You know,
Like,
like he wouldn't get a present for
personal.
Christmas that had stripes and not say like, well, fuck this. I don't want this present, right?
I don't fuck with the stripes.
Yeah,
Mom.
she was definitely reminiscing about how opinionated you were, and that's how she knew you were probably going to be interested in fashion way before you ever. Of course, we'll get into that, eventually. But
She
yeah,
saw the future.
Yep. So what kind of music did you like growing up, right? So she put you on. It sounded like, you went from Smashing Pumpkins to Eminem and Outkast, right? So very different. I mean, was your style?
I was thinking about what she liked.
Sure. What was?
I was never a Smashing Pumpkins fan. I just know my mom, when she goes to talk about what she liked, that's gonna be mentioned. Me, it was Eminem and Outkast that hit me, and Talib Kweli.
So always rap though?
It was rap and Modest Mouse, but Modest Mouse didn't really hit me. It was more like, why do we have to listen to this? And then when Modest Mouse started to influence me, it was like high school.
Okay.
I had to get older to enjoy like the lyric side of music, but before it was just the sound, and the sound of hip hop influenced me, and it was the whole lifestyle. Like it wasn't really, I didn't really know what the lifestyle contained of, but it was just the look of it. The money, the girls, the jewelry. It just looked like they was having fun.
That's
You
a
know what
really
I mean?
interesting.
That's the reason why
point.
Henry got in there.
No, well, part of it, not exactly, but it's interesting how
Can't you tell?
how the overall, how like the sound of something, if without even listening to it, it's just like the zoomed out perspective can have.
Well, because
such
at
a
that
big
age, it
effect.
has to be the sound.
Because that's all you got.
Yeah. You're not
You don't know.
interpreting. You're not actually.
You don't even know what
digesting.
your life consists of. So
No.
it's like
Right.
the littlest you could have known.
Let's
is
be
what they're
honest. Some
like.
people at our age can't understand the lyrics, right? And so hip hop still impacts them from just a
Sound.
vibe,
Sonic.
sound, beat, feeling perspective, right? So yeah, that's totally understandable. So you listened to music, of course, at a super early age. Given your mom, she said she was a raver and a hip hop head, right? So when did you start actually making music? And I'm not talking rapping and recording songs, but like any kind of music, right? Like some kids had toy drum sets, like blah blah blah. Like when did you actually start making any sort of music on your own?
Okay, so it actually started from the toy drums.
Okay.
And they weren't really toys.
The reason
They
I
were-
said that is because we had another guest that actually had a toy drum kit. That was his first exposure.
So that was my stepdad, Chris, which has a lot of influence in my life today. He played African drums. Him and his friends did when they got together. So I think I just always when I was 4 or 5, I just liked hitting the drum because it's like the easiest thing. To
Yeah.
really
They're doing like
make
the drum circles.
Yeah,
Everyone gets around.
campfires.
Yeah.
They're yelling. Ooh, woo, woo.
Yeah,
Crazy shit.
Cool.
Yeah, trippy. Literally.
So he actually got together with other people
Right.
to play tribal drums.
Whenever they were together and just chilling, I guess that's not why they got together.
But it was
But
an
they-
activity.
That's something they all had in
Wow.
common for sure.
Okay, and you were there.
And I witnessed it.
Soaking
Hell
it up. Nice.
Okay, so you started beating on some drums. What else?
So after beating on drums and just listening to music, when I was in, I would say middle school, me and my friends, a lot of the time we just wrote rock song, like punk rock songs, because like, and when I was in middle school, punk rock influenced me most, even over rap, I would say.
Like what bands?
All Time Low, Mayday Parade, Take It Back Sunday, and that's just a list of a few of them. You know, Never Shout Never was a big influence for me. He hit me personally. Like, I don't know if he hit my friends as hard as he hit me, but he was dope. Not only did he have, like, I Set My Friends on Fire, which was like another band he had, and that was like his screamo side, but Never Shout Never was his, like, I'd say acoustic, like more like girly side. You know what I mean? And it was dope. I started writing music at that time. So I think I was like going into middle school, like 6th grade. Me and my friends would kind of just write music on some like bullshit. We were bored. Like we didn't have nothing else to do. We just listened to music all day and started to write music when we were bored. You know what I mean? It wasn't something that I did all the time. And I made my first song in high school. I think I was in 10th grade. I got mono for a week. And I
literally never got mono.
I got
I
mono.
escaped it. I feel like
Because you weren't kissing any girls.
Yeah. He wasn't getting no ass.
Yeah. I literally walked into that one.
Completely.
That was terrible.
Nah, I had mono, so I was at home on the couch, bored as hell.
Yeah.
I had made a not Tinder. Shout out to Tinder.
Shout out Tinder.
He was swiping
I made
earlier,
a Tumblr.
so he's got it
It's
on the mind.
Tumblr.
Rhymes. So yeah.
Fucking
Tumblr.
rappers.
Shout out to Tumblr too. They were dope. They had like I was just bored on Tumblr all day.
Pretty sure they still exist, right?
Yeah, it
Tumblr's
does.
still around.
Yeah, Tumblr's still.
Well, he said they were dope.
It's the original.
so-
It's the original meme. They're not. The hype's not there, but it's the original meme site.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like it was the app that was meant to upload your memes.
Yeah.
So I just got like a bunch of ideas when I was scrolling through Tumblr because that's all it was pictures and ideas. And I was like, I wonder if I plug my Rock Band mic into my computer, I can get and it'll work.
Rock Band the game?
Yeah,
I love it.
So I just did it.
I love it.
And then it came
Incredible.
up and said, use this microphone. I was like, oh,
Yes.
yes. And then I was like, damn, now how do I record? So I was like, free softwares. Audacity popped up.
Shout out Audacity.
The truth. Audacity is the truth. Every real musician's went through Audacity.
It's a great program.
Audacity is like a free software. It's fucking bullshit.
For the cost of free, it's pretty dope.
Yeah. So I downloaded it. It let me make some bullshit records. And hopefully nobody ever finds these records. They're hidden.
Oh, we'll find them.
Yeah.
We'll put a link below to these
Yep.
songs.
In the show
Nobody
notes,
knows.
there's going to be Gabriel Avrett, whatever he was going by when he had mono in 9th grade.
Bro,
They'll be there.
these
Go
songs
stream that shit.
Were horrible, but I made this song called Yellow. If that tells you like what era I was in, that's what the age I was. Yellow was cool. So I made the song called Yellow, and I did a couple like Lamborghini Mercy, that song. I did like a remix. I did some couple songs that had like pre-hooks involved, and I just wrote verses. So that's like when I started, like I was like, damn, this is dope. I started to show my friends at school, and I got a lot of support. The people I did show that I trusted enough to like, I wasn't really thinking about it going, like I would, at that time, I wanted these songs to go everywhere, right? But at this time, obviously, I don't. But that's kind of how I started. I was like, dang, I could do this.
So literally while sick with
yeah.
mono,
Yeah.
you freaking,
That's when I became a rapper.
bootlegged some
Right.
free software, somehow connected your Rock Band mic.
So how old are you? And it was
You're like
my
14,
sophomore year.
15.
Yes,
15,
15,
16, 15,
16.
16.
So right. So I didn't start like that's what. So I did that, and then I started like going through life. That age is weird.
Yeah, so what were you doing?
At that time, I was smoking weed. I quit sports.
Shout out to weed.
I was a skater.
So not much has changed.
I was a skater. No, at
Okay,
that
you're a
time I was
skater?
still skating pretty
Okay.
fluently. I had just
Yeah.
recovered from a knee surgery. Not knee surgery, but knee, like I couldn't
From
move my-
skating?
Yeah, I broke
Okay.
my kneecap in half. And I was just recovered.
Sheesh.
So I was skating. A lot of my friends were quitting. and I wasn't too far behind them, but I was just, I was just not really knowing what I was gonna do with my life. You know what I mean? The doors were open everywhere, pretty much at that age.
And so a big thing of what you talk about is making music for the broken youth, right? Mm-hmm. So how does that actually literally apply to your youth, right? Like, would you consider yourself part of your target demographic? Like, is that why you make music for them? Because you had what you would consider a broken youth?
Right. I was confused most of my childhood, whether it was my dad's situation or whether it was
What happened with your dad?
passed away when I was like 2. Yeah, so passed away when I was 2. I had a stepdad. I just knew, but I still was conscious enough to know that I didn't have a real dad. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like I didn't. My real dad was gone. I knew that much, and that just started. That's kind of started the confusion. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then from there, it was more like just trying to relate to other people in other ways, looking beyond the average thing you would look at, and just trying to relate to people in other ways. But yeah, so I forgot where we were at.
No, it was just basically, like broken is a whole,
Okay.
We'll get into what else it means, but I guess making music for the broken youth has always been something you've talked about, something that I think you've said inspires you, right? And makes you want to keep making music, right? For that group of people. And I was just wondering kind of how you actually fit into that, or if you did, or if it was just a target group that you wanted to make music for, right?
Right. So that it just kind of naturally fit, and it took me a while to realize that. Like I started making music just because I just felt like it was for me, and then I realized, dang, I need an audience. You know what I mean? So that's when I got to that point. I was probably like 20, like 22.
Would you say you were a broken youth, and that's why you kind of try
For
to
sure.
represent them now?
Yeah, for sure. I could relate to that.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so at that point, I mean, you bootlegged Audacity, you made a song, right? Like, but when did you start taking music actually seriously, right? And putting your heart and soul into it? I mean, because, you mentioned you were skating, fucking around, whatever, right? So like, when did you kind of realize that you actually wanted to take this music thing somewhat serious, right? Maybe not what you're doing today even, right? But just when did you were like, okay, I'm going to give this a go?
So I think the first thing was like, I would always perform to that. The biggest thing before I did any shows or anything like that was performing to my friends. Like that meant a lot to me, right? So like when I showed people, I wanted them to like almost gather and sit and watch, right? So like just that feeling I got from that, I think it naturally sparked somebody saying, it was the girl I was with at the time, saying, I know somebody that does open mics, you should do it. And I was like, obviously I was on board because I loved that so much, performing to my friends. Why wouldn't I love performing to random people at a random place? So I was like, dope, let me do that. And it was like Montego Grill. And it was like the first show I've ever done. And it was hosted by Clip Monstar.
Shout out Clip Monstar one time.
Man, he actually might be coming through later, but
Nice.
So he hosted this event. I pulled up. I didn't have no song recorded. I knew
Not even the song from when you had mono?
No, because at that time I knew that at this time I was 17. I was a little older, like 2 years later. So I just knew that like doing it like an Audacity like song with a rock
wasn't
band
gonna
mic.
hit this open mic.
Yeah. So I was like,
You'd rather go in unprepared.
I'd rather go
or
acapella.
freestyle. There you go.
Right. So I had the beat playing at a good quality, and I just rapped over the mic at a bad quality.
Hey, at least you're self-aware.
Right. But people could see the confidence I had for myself, and they just boosted me from then on. And it was like, that was the day I was like, dang, I'm going to keep coming here. And I guess that would be meaning I'm going to take this serious. I'm going to keep coming here. I'm going to practice. I'm going to get better.
I would say so.
And then when I was like, 19, 20, I was like, this is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to get rich off of this. I'm going to get money off of this. I'm going to be successful from this. Like, this is my calling. So like I just started attacking it since about like 19, 20.
So you think the feedback from your friends was a pretty important thing growing up,
sure,
like performing
because-
live for people?
Yeah, because that meant more than just making it in my room. That was like
so we're gonna
that was validation. Like,
one more time.
You know,
we've
Henry,
activated
Henry, what is that?
We've activated the One More Time feature of the One More Time podcast. So whenever we think an artist has dropped a gem that we need people to hear one more time because they weren't listening and they have this on in the background while they're in the car and they're just kind of halfway tuned in, we have to tell them
One more time.
one more time. Give them that one.
okay, for sure.
So let them know about that one more time. Let them know like
Okay,
the
so
importance,
So
how it affected you.
what affected me? My bad. I'm high.
How yeah, you're getting through that blunt. How
forgot
the
what I
importance of feedback and performing it live.
Right. So my friends validating my music.
Yeah.
And giving me honest opinions on how they feel, like that. Even if it wasn't honest, even if it was to make me feel good, you know what I mean? Like that gave me enough momentum. So it wasn't just about what I thought about my music. When I got advice from other people, that's what really drove me. You know what I mean? And my advice was to, this is you. Like, go crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
Dope.
So after that first show, did you go perform again? Like what was the
I don't remember
live-
the second show like I remember that first show. Like that first show, I remember that vaguely. I kind of remember going back there with friends, but I was kind of like, I just got comfortable at it. I like people looking at me. I was always known for talking in school. Like I liked when people watched me. You know what I mean? Like even though I didn't do the most outrageous stuff, but when I did get my time to shine, I liked it. Like I wasn't ever super nervous. And when I was nervous, I liked that feeling. Like, you know what I mean? It was like an adrenaline rush.
Being comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Right. So that was kind of like,
But how many live shows have you done?
can't count.
Yeah,
Can't count.
now.
I literally
Because Clip and I caught up a little bit.
I
and
did. I
he
did
mentioned
well over 100.
in a very short period of time as well.
I mean, considering I did my first show when I was, 17. I'm 25 now, so like, 7 years of performing. And
But like, what was that first 6 months with Clip like?
the first 6 months, I didn't. I mean, they went out a lot then on the business side. When we started driving, like, and going out for like 6 months and going out night to night to night to night, like we went out every night for 6 months straight.
Yeah, that's already like
That
that's
I don't even
30
remember what
times
year that
6.
was.
That's literally like 180 shows.
Yeah.
So I done probably close to 1,000.
Yeah, I was
not
like,
gonna lie.
wait, 100.
Yeah,
like I was
like,
like, the math.
100 in the
didn't-
first year.
Yeah, this first like month, like you're
That
2
was
months.
probably the first 2 or 3 years I was doing music. I feel like I was
Yeah.
like 18, 19 when we did that. But shit,
Yeah.
I did my first show at like 17. But you do a lot of growing at that point in your life.
Yeah, I mean, what would you say you learned most about yourself and about your artistry through 100 plus shows in the first 6 months?
You think more. You would think more.
Really? No,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Nah, yeah, you would think I learned way more than I did, but it's like,
I mean, you were young.
but it's like, the capacity of my learning was only so big at that age.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know what I needed to learn. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So I was learning shit that I probably didn't even need to learn. Like, and I was thinking on a different aspect. But now, since I've like kind of now I think about my breathing, like all the way down to my breathing on stage. So it's like,
When am I going to pause
Yeah.
and let that go and then come back in?
Right. So
I've always wondered this. How much preparation do you now put into doing shows?
I'm still in the basement with it, bro. I'm still like, I just practice in the basement and I
Okay.
remember like keywords.
Like in front of the mirror and type of shit?
Not
or like
even. I don't even see myself. I don't even record myself. I just like play the song and I just make sure I can do it.
Just try and put yourself in that place of
Right.
like, I'm on stage.
I know how I'm gonna
There's a
s-
bunch of people.
I know how I'm gonna
What the
project
fuck
my
am I
voice
doing?
in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like I like to have like I wouldn't say like a host voice, but like a host like projection. Like
Have
I
you
like
ever
to
hosted?
yell. Yeah. I've hosted open mics with Clip.
Okay.
So
What was that like?
that was dope. That was like, I like hosting. I like keeping the party lit, whether it's with my music or like just me just yelling into the mic.
Okay.
I've been to a couple shows that he hosted.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Well, what was your take on it? Did you do a good job?
Yeah, he definitely like vocal on the mic, like kept, anytime there was about to be like a lull in the action, he'd say something. Who's ready to turn the fuck up right now? You know what I mean? And then he'd get it back going. He'd bring me back to the DJ booth.
Give us your best host bit right now.
Let's get a drop. Let's get a drop.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Turn this podcast the fuck up.
Right now.
Okay.
For the people sleeping in the goddamn back.
One more time, drop right.
Yo, what the fuck y'all on tonight? We about to go crazy. The bar's wide open. Make sure you get yourself some drinks.
Oh my God.
That's a little bit.
No, that's incredible. If only we had an open bar here. I mean, we kind of do.
They should
but
pay me for that, man.
They will pay you for that.
We could incorporate an audience into the One More Time podcast.
A live audience?
Sell
That's a
drinks.
great idea.
I've gotten paid for hosting. Shout out to Clip.
Yeah.
Shout out to Clip.
He put me on.
Clip's good people.
One night I remember because I was like, I started rapping at this point, and somebody called Clip and was like, "We want GA to host," and they paid me. I went out there. It wasn't his show, and I hosted some random party. It was dope, but they just liked the way I hosted.
Yeah.
Clip
They
with
like
the
the look.
alley oops, man. He alley oops, man. He really looks out.
I mean, he's very tall. So so I think it's in his nature.
Yeah, no.
I thought you were gonna hit me with the wah wah wah. So you mentioned yellow was the name of one of your songs, right? What do the colors pink and blue mean to you?
No, YOLO.
I thought you said yellow.
Yellow,
Worst segue ever.
Completely
now.
thought it was yellow too. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
but you got to
but-
enunciate, bro.
Pink and blue.
So yeah, let me start over. So colors are a big part of life. What would you say the colors pink and blue mean to you?
That's 50s and 100s, man. That's 50s and 100s, man.
Is there a story behind that, or what is it? What does it mean?
There is no story. I was just looking at the 50s, and I was looking at the honcho.
No, there is a story, ladies and gentlemen. There's a song that he wrote.
Oh, okay.
Let's assume
So,
no
yeah.
one knows anything about you.
I thought we were already getting there.
No. We're
okay,
trying to
Pink
get
and Blue
there, but you're
It's
not
a
helping
record
us.
that I've made with Henry.
Yes.
Yeah, it was one of your first. I would say, from what I've heard, one of your first like more serious drops, right? I mean,
Right.
it was after you were, you weren't having mono on the couch, fucking bootlegging Audacity. Like this was a real.
Came to the
Record,
studio,
right?
Had it written.
Yeah.
Who made that beat? Who produced that one?
That was.
I didn't. I don't think I produced that one.
You didn't
that wasn't me.
produce that?
No, I
If it
recorded.
wasn't-
I thought that was a shameless plug. Like I
Yeah,
thought he was
I
like
Not at
thought you
all.
wanted the
putting
drop.
it up for you. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't remember. Oh,
Shout
Ty
out.
Bumping.
It is Ty
Ty
Bumpin'. Shout out Ty Bumpin'.
Ty Bumping.
shout out,
My
Ty.
man's, my man's, my bad, bro.
We didn't
So-
forget
I'm
you, Ty.
I'm just high.
Okay, so you went from doing a fuck ton of shows with Clip. You're running around the city. I think you guys hit every strip club within 300 miles or something.
Been to every one of them.
So-
Seen all types of titties.
Yeah. So how do you then find yourself at a table with Authentic Empire?
Oh shit. I had just got out of this program. I was in a lot of trouble legally, and I had went to rehab like twice. So it was my second time. It was like the round when I was getting out of the program I was in. I probably ain't did a show in like 6 months. I ain't dropped no singles. I barely even posted on social media, maybe like a handful of times, like 5 or 6 times while I was in there, because I was just focused on other stuff for like 6
Recovery.
months. Right. So I got out and I dropped One More Time.
Shout out One More Time.
The intro song. So I did a video, dropped One More Time, and I had some songs in the making I didn't drop yet, which was Fall Off. And as one of them was Fall Off. And basically I didn't have nothing going on, right? I was just like trying to get stuff popping with that One More Time song. I was just trying to get my name back out there. I was promoting it on Facebook and IG. Didn't know if anybody was seeing it or not. When I was so whenever me and Boom Man link, so how did that happen? Okay, so yeah. So Fetty G called me. Fetty G, shout out Fetty G.
Shout
That's
out
my
Fetty G.
homeboy. he was like, yo, I just want to introduce you to somebody. I feel like, you know, at first he was like, I just want to lock in with an artist. I believe in you. Like, I just want to lock in with an artist and manage an artist. I really believe in you. And then, and, you know, he said some other things that really, you know, were really personal. And I just seen, like, I was like, damn, he's genuine. So I was like, bro, I can't say no to you wanting to help me out. You know what I mean? And obviously wasn't asking for no money or anything like that. So, you know, I just couldn't say no. And I was like, for sure. But I had a lot of stuff going on. So we didn't keep in touch for like 3 months. And then he called me and he was like, I got somebody I want you to meet, bro. I feel like this dude can change your life for real. Like, he's like, I know I ain't been in touch, blah, blah, blah. I got this going on. But he's like, I know this dude could change your life. And that was Boom Man.
Shout out Boom Man one time.
So, yeah, I met Boom Man whenever, the night I met Boom Man, he told me everything that was going on. Euro Got It walked downstairs. Shout out Euro Got It.
Shout out Euro Got It one time.
Shouting out a lot of people. Oh.
Got to.
Hey, this is your story, man.
Right.
You didn't get here on your own. I'll tell you that.
So somebody had showed me in this last rehab I was in right before I got out. Somebody showed me this song with Euro Got It and Lil Baby. It was called Posse. That song was crazy. It was like a big. I was fucking with the song.
Still
heavy.
is crazy.
Yeah, I love it. Like, it's a hit. It's forever gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
But it hit me hard when I was in rehab. Somebody showed me the record and I fucked with it. I downloaded it and I listened to it like almost every night. And then when I got out, I ironically met him like through some like, it was like weird. It was like, I call it magic. Like, it was just random. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I met him and I didn't know what AE was. I didn't know what Authentic Empire was. It was new, so it wasn't like I was asleep or anything like that.
That was a nice disclaimer, by the way. It's like, whoa,
Yeah,
I'm with it.
yeah,
I'm not fucking over here sleeping under a goddamn rock, okay?
Right.
I shouldn't have known.
right. So it was like, it was just like crazy though. Like, I was like, damn, that's dope as hell. Like, I just feel like I ain't do no shows. Like, I did work hard in the past, but like for that, you know, point of time, I didn't have a lot going on. I just ironically met him. I showed him like half of the hook to Fall Off and he paused it and he was like, yeah, I'm signing you. He's like, he's like, for sure. Yeah.
So you met Boom Man through Fetty G and you met Euro randomly, separately.
While I was with Boomer.
In the same time.
Right. It was dope.
So it all just kind of lined up.
Yeah.
That is magic.
It is.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's some
And I didn't
Twilight
know who
shit.
Boom Man was, but I
Yeah.
knew who Euro was. So it kind of just validated everything. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep. And so what made you want to sign with them? Right? Like, because I mean, at this point,
Euro being signed with him, seeing how
okay, so
seeing
really
what
it was like,
Euro
I
had.
was looking up to
Yeah,
Euro and
yeah,
his
for sure.
artistry and,
Yeah, for
and where
sure.
he was at in the game.
I just felt like it was a sign. You feel
Okay.
me? Like somebody
fair.
randomly showed me this in rehab. But I started fucking with it, and then boom, I meet him. I was like, now I have an opportunity to work with him. Not only work with him, but like
Yeah.
work with him in the industry, like be side by side,
Yeah.
be label mates with somebody I was looking up to. I just feel like it
That's
was
dope.
just meant to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then also, Boom Man's like, you know, what are you gonna do if you meet somebody with nothing going on there? Like, I'm gonna change your life. You're gonna probably go with it. Most people are gonna go with it. So it was just a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to take it. I didn't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? I missed a lot of opportunities. Let me just say that I missed a lot of opportunities, and I was ready to take something like this.
One
for sure.
more time. One more time.
Tell him that one more time with the opportunities, man.
Hey man, I missed a lot of opportunities. You know what somebody told me was not every door that's knocked on is meant to be answered. But
Damn.
when I felt like I had it, okay, cool. Now I'm finally in a position to say yes or no, because before I wasn't legally, and I was like, hell yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so just I feel like you're gonna have a gut feeling when you know if it's the right opportunity or not, and just take it. You know what I mean? If you feel like it is, even though you might not be educated enough to know for yourself, even though you might have to go through, you know, lawyers and stuff like that. Just if it's a gut feeling telling you something, I just feel like go for it, no matter what anybody says.
Yeah, I feel like instinct is so key.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Underrated.
Like, it's definitely underrated. I mean, I'm not saying just go off any willy-nilly feeling that you have, right? Like, be thoughtful, do your homework, do your research, right? But at the end of the day, if something don't feel right, especially, it's probably not right.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, so I know for myself, just in, countless times, right, just throughout my life, I feel like I've known something's kind of off, and I've maybe just tried to shove it out because maybe the world was telling me it was good, or like on paper it was good, this, that, and the third, right? But, for whatever reason it wasn't, and vice versa. I have, thought something was right and maybe didn't do my homework, didn't do my research, and I
life is
trusted
like-
instinct a little too much, right? So it's like
me-
kind of about finding that happy medium, I would say.
It's like life is like a court date. Like, there's like a
Sounds like a rap, like a
but
bar.
for real. Like
Rappers come on here with bars.
Yeah.
there might be
Bars.
like a different, like, just because I got court and you got court and we got the same charge, the same situation in different counties, and there might have been a different outcome. You know what I mean? Most of the time it is a different outcome.
Yeah.
And, not to get too deep in the court side of shit, but in life, like, you know what I mean? Like, just because something, people might have went through different experience with something doesn't mean you're going to go through that same experience if you do that same thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's how I
Shout out the justice system.
That's why I don't really care. That's why I really don't
We are shouting out anyone and everyone. If you guys want to shout out, drop a comment below. Henry might get you in the next episode.
Most likely.
So you've been with AE for what? 2-3 years now?
2 years.
Okay.
I've been around
Almost
them
two-
for over 2 years, but
Okay.
I've been signed.
Okay, for like 2 years. All right. And so obviously you've dropped, I think, 2 projects with them, right?
Two projects and a lot of singles.
And a bunch of singles, right? So most recently you have launched your brand, Broken Denim, right? So we talked about the Broken Youth, kind of who you make music for, right? Tell us about Broken Denim. What the fuck is it? Where can I get one? Tell the people what they need to know about Broken Denim, your brand.
Broken Denim was an idea I had probably like a year ago. And I just thought of a company. I was just thinking of like a clothing brand I could create. Aside from music, that would be dope for people that don't know who I am and for people that just like dope clothes, right? Like streetwear. So I just had these ideas, and I'm like king of having ideas, not putting them into action. So it sat on my mind for like a year. And like I would say like maybe 2-3 months ago, I just had like a spark, maybe not even that long ago. I just had a spark in me, and I was like, I gotta go get a sewing machine, and I gotta make this happen. So I went and bought a sewing machine, and I started making the stack jeans. I have an IG up for them right now called BRKN Denim, Broken Denim.
Follow Broken Denim, by the way.
It's in my bio, Gabriel Avrett on IG.
Are you wearing some right now?
Yeah.
Can we get maybe like can you like stand up maybe? Like, yeah. Show
There you
'em, like,
go.
the fuck- yeah.
So, hell yeah. Get you some, man, if you fucking with them, for sure.
Yeah. So from having mono on the couch, recording one of your first songs, to running around the city, every strip club, every venue in the frickin', South, right? Doing shows, running around with Clip, meeting Boom through Fetty G, signing to AE a couple years ago, doing a couple projects, right?
We went on tour. That
Going
was,
on tour.
Okay.
We went on tour.
Going on tour.
That was like the first year I was signed. We went on tour, and it was like
So where'd you go?
Eurogoddess tour, and we just
All over the country,
Yeah,
or
no, we went like local states. Like we went to Tennessee, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Southeastern tour.
Florida. We went to like Florida maybe twice. We went to Miami a few times. We just went around like, and it was all like, it was a self-owned tour. Like we just went off the strength of Euro's single Posse.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But we all performed. Euro let us all like rock out with him. You know what I mean? And we was on the Sprinter. It was dope. It was a dope experience. For
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like
and,
6 months long.
and so, here you are today. What can the people look forward to coming up? Are you working on projects? Are you working on more singles? Kind of where are you at with your music right now?
Right now, I got a single dropping this Friday on the 30th, April 30th.
It'll probably already be out by then. So go stream that shit. What's it called?
Go stream that shit right now. It's called Give Me Some.
Give me some.
Give me something to talk about, give me something to think. Give me something to roll up, give me something to drink. Give me something to love and give me something to hate. Need a little bit of time, I don't know how long it takes.
My boy Beats by Trav signed it. Internet Money was involved in that.
Shout out Beats by Trav and Internet Money.
Henry's getting heavy with the shout outs today.
I like shouting people out.
He does.
You got to, though. I mean,
You have to show love.
these people I'm mentioning, I mean, and Henry shouting out, like, are crucial. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mentioning them if they weren't.
No, and that's something this is the third episode, right? So we only have a couple other guests so far, but one common theme is just like, this shit is not done alone. Right? I mean, you're fucking lying if any artist says they got anywhere. I'm talking first song even, right? Like much less signed to a label and, 500,000 streams on Spotify for one song type of, status, right? So
It takes a village.
It as cliche it is, yes. There's a team effort to this, right?
Yep.
How would you say that you pick your collaborators, pick the people you work with, right? You mentioned instinct before. Is that how you also pick kind of who you like to work with on the creative side?
Yeah, I like people working with, I mean, I look at it like who you trying to partner up with and then like who you trying to stick with for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Because I believe in creating a team and being able to stay with them. Like,
If it's not going to be long term, it's not worth it.
Yeah, right.
So you don't catch waves
Right.
necessarily.
If we're not building a legacy together, then why? Why
Give them that one
more
for the
time.
people in the back.
One more time.
Look, if we're not building a legacy together, then why are we doing
Then
that?
fuck it.
Yeah. So I'll ask one more question. Dream artist collaboration and then a dream fashion brand collaboration, right? If you could work with any artists and if you could work with any brand, right? Whether it was a Broken Denim collab or just a Gabriel Avrett collab, right? Like who would you collaborate with on the music side and the fashion side?
Music, I have to say Eminem, bro.
Slim Shady, shout out.
That'd be like, I'd probably like act weird. Like that'd be crazy. I just couldn't imagine that.
How about on the fashion side?
Fashion side, you said collab with?
Yeah. Like, either from the Broken Denim side, like who would you want to do a cross brand collab or just Gabriel Avrett,
I haven't really thought about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I have like on a local.
Well, we're here to make you think, man.
On a local term, I have thought about it, but not like huge. It's not somebody huge like you would think. I've hit up a few people. Shout out to Dead Worldwide.
Shout out
like
Dead Worldwide.
Okay.
That shit's fire.
Nice.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I hit them up a few times. They didn't respond, but I still.
Well, let's get them on the fucking line. We're hitting you up, DED Worldwide.
Dead Worldwide.
We're coming for you.
We know you're watching this podcast.
So that wraps it up for me, but I know Henry has a final segment that we like to do.
Okay, let's do it.
This is the Rapid Fire Rampage, still a working title. One day it'll be the official title, probably.
Do you think we're going to be on episode like 100 and still say working title?
Most
and
likely.
it's still going to be Rapid Fire Rampage?
I haven't thought of anything better yet. So basically, it's a 3-part kind of series of questions, right? I'm going to do some quick short answers. Give me a short question, give me a short answer. I'm going to do a this or that. I'm going to give you either this or that and pick one. And then we're going to do a word association. I'm going to give you one word. You just give me one word back. First thing off the top of your head.
Okay.
Kind of style. Okay. Are you ready for the Rapid Fire Rampage?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Starting with short answer. Give me one project in your top 5 all time. Mixtape, EP, album, anything like that. Just favorite project. It's up there.
Damn. Man on the Moon.
Kid Cudi?
Yeah.
Love it. Give me, being a fashion guy, some of your favorite colors for clothing.
Black and black and black.
Love it. If you know me, I'm with it. All the Newports in the world have vanished. What are you smoking?
Marlboro Blacks.
Shout out Marlboro Blacks.
Has there been a Newport shortage? You answered that question
Very
really
fast.
quickly.
QT does run out. And
So
then,
that's your backup.
yeah.
That's incredible.
If I'm there
I don't think I've
already.
ever seen you without a pack of Newports. So
It hasn't happened in a while. Shout out to Newport.
Shout out to Newport.
they're keeping their supply chain on lock.
Give us a genre of music you secretly like.
There's no secrets.
You're pretty open with the genres of music.
Yeah, I like
What's
all.
one that like someone might not know that you like?
I think I got a little love for country in me.
Okay.
I think it's there.
Okay.
I've hated it for a long time.
That makes so much sense now.
I think it's just been I've been in
So
the
many
high.
times with you in the studio.
But I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
like.
like,
You don't hear me.
does he
listening
have
to
a
it. It's just me
country
like admitting it
hook?
to myself.
Yeah. I'm the
But
same
no,
way.
I don't listen to it that much.
In
But
high
I
school-
respect it.
In high school, I used to actively say like,
fucking
I like
hate
all music except country.
that was literally me.
I literally said that.
Because my sister was obsessed with Rascal Flats and fucking Dixie Chicks and all
Yeah.
those goddamn white girl groups and like whatever.
Rascal Flats on Cars. They
I know.
killed that song.
Now that I'm older, I actually did fuck
watched
with
that
Rascal
movie.
Flats for real.
Back to the Rampage.
Yeah. Sorry. We digress.
we fuck with you.
Rascal Flats. Shout out Rascal Flats.
I'm not shouting out Rascal Flats. Unless you guys want to come on the podcast.
I just did.
Okay. But you didn't hit the button. So, if you had to live outside of the United States for a year, where would you live? We're going global.
Never been anywhere, so it's kind of sketchy to say. But I think Australia's got good vibes. So
Love Australia. Great answer. Give us one of the dumbest things you've ever done. This is one of my favorites.
dumbest things I've ever done.
Or just a dumb thing you've done. You want to relate because we all do dumb things too.
Oh man, I've done a lot of that. I cut myself with a knife before.
On purpose?
Yeah, it was dumb, but it wasn't on purpose.
Like emo shit?
nah.
Okay.
It wasn't like it wasn't. I wasn't on a like gothic emo like in my room cutting myself anything like that. It was like an argument, and it just got crazy.
It must have
That
been
sounds
pretty bad.
really dumb.
It was dumb. Yeah.
Okay, on the flip side, one of the best decisions you've ever made.
The best decisions. Start doing music.
Love it. Absolutely. Give us one thing you look for in a female.
Smile.
Important smile, yes. Very good, very good. Okay, Rampage. That was part one. We're going to move on to this and that. I'm going to give you two options. Pick the better one. Mountains or beaches?
Beaches.
Day or night?
Night.
Freestyling or writing?
Both.
Beer or liquor?
Liquor.
Cars or trucks?
Both.
Both is an option that no one has exercised before, actually. So I like that, actually.
Is it though? It's called this or that, not this or that or that.
Still speaks
both.
to, you still learn something about him from
Fair
the
enough.
both answer.
Yeah.
So eating out or ordering in?
Eating out.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Leather or denim?
Leather.
Interesting.
So why isn't it called broken leather?
That sounds weird.
Singing or rapping?
Both.
Moving on to the last part of the rapid fire Rampage. Quick word association. I'll give you one word. Hit me with the first word off the top of your head, as little thought as possible for this part. Your first word is fashion.
Gear.
Water.
Drink.
Pistol.
Tragedies.
Sushi.
Good.
Rock.
Hard.
Kids.
Fun.
Pandemic.
Tragedies.
Couple of tragedies going on. Cartoon.
Fun.
Bass.
Low.
Mushroom.
Fun.
Future.
Bright.
Hell hell of a rampage.
Hell of a
Mr.
rampage,
Gabriel
hell of
Avrett.
an episode. This has been the One More Time Music Podcast. We've been here with our boy Gabriel Avrett. We're gonna link his Instagram, his TikTok, all of his socials down below. We're gonna link his music down below. We've got Henry with the 3 here. I'm your host, Playback Ben. This is the One More Time Music Podcast. We're here every fucking week.
Every week.
Until you get sick of us and until you pay attention, having genuine conversations with genuine people. We are out.
Peace.
Peace.
Pop that shit like one more time. They pop that one more time. Pop that shit like one more time. They pop that one more time. Hop up in a foreign skirt, no.